Here I am, back in Zone 3, where I normally live, where I belong, where I'm comfortable. Just outside the edge of Zone 2 there, as you can see. So what do I think of where I ended up? Well, spot on with that guy. I mean, the average, I went slightly to the left and slightly above of our average. And this guy at the front here, he's looking up. So we had the right sort of line there, I think most of us did. He wasn't particularly the difficult one, was he? It was the height dependent on the guy on the left at the back there. But if you look at his left eye was his right eye, our left. His right eye is going up there somewhere, and his left eye is going down there somewhere. So it should have been in the middle somewhere, and I thought I was in the middle. But there we are, Zone 3 for me again. Let's have a look at the judging. So here's the judging. 8 crosses. Kieran's in charge again this week. This is the 4th week in a row now. I don't know if Matt is coming back. I don't know if he's on holidays, or I don't know how long a sentence he was given. So he may be back, who knows. Or he may have left altogether. But Kieran's in charge this week. And I've got to be honest, I find him quite good. So what do I think of this then? Well, first thing I want to say is, when I say that I think the judging was good or I think that a judging was bad, that's got nothing to do with where the winning cross ended up. The winning cross ends up where it ends up. When I think the judging is good, I think a lot of them are clustered together and they all saw the picture in the same way. If I think it's bad, I think it's because there's random ones out in the middle of nowhere that shouldn't be there. So to me, whether it was good or bad, it's irrelevant where the winning cross was, because I think one or two of you get that mixed up where I say, oh, I thought the judging was terrible today. Oh, you're just upset because you were miles away from the winning cross. And no, there's nothing to do with that. And that actually doesn't make sense. But I think this top one here, that's going to have to come out. And I've already seen that it does come out. And it wasn't whose cross I thought it was. See, shouldn't jump to conclusions. I saw that cross miles out from the others. And I thought, yeah, I know whose that is. But it wasn't. But there's 2 together down here, there's 1 over here, 2 there, 2 there. So I think they're all around the same area. If you look at where he's drawn the lines from one eye and then from the other eye, it always depended on where the judges, which eye the judges were going to go at, because it's very rare that they go in the middle. So you can see there that those 2 crosses there and that one have followed this fella's eye line. All 3 of them are practically on the line. And then you've got his left eye. There's a cross there, but then you've got these 3 then have sort of gone in the middle, as if to say, well, if that's one side of the ball, that's the other side of the ball. The centre cross, winning cross, has got to be in the middle somewhere. So I think those 3 are the right idea, but the ones on this line and the ones on the bottom line have looked at one eye or the other eye. No idea what's going on with that top one up there. That's a bit bonkers. Yeah, so as we know, that's coming out. So let me just move it forward a bit and we can see that it's gone. So that was the end result there. They took that top one out. Of course, even if they redrew the line, it wouldn't matter because the cross was on the line up there somewhere. So what do I think of the judging this week? Well, it does sort of make sense to me that that's what they would do. And the winning cross has gone in sort of the middle between both that fella's eyes, even though I was a lot lower than that because I thought his left eye was looking lower, so I tried to go in the middle, but my version of the middle was a lot lower than their versions of the middle. And anyway, enough of that. Let's have a look at this week's picture. I looked at this yesterday and I stuck my first cross in there yesterday. Now, sometimes I don't move my first cross very far, other times I look at the average and I think, good grief, I'm nowhere near it. And quite often, if I do move it towards the average, I usually end up in a better position. So imagine how worse I could be. So why have I put it there? Well, if I draw a line from this fella's eye over here, over there, because I don't think he's not looking in a straight line, he's looking sort of upwards. So I've gone there for now on that thick post. And this fella is looking sort of slightly to his left, so I've gone up there for now. Can't get a clear view of his eyes, but it looks as though he's looking over in that direction. So that's my first cross this week. Now, I don't know if I've gone maybe a little too high, but it looks like the angle of his head, he's clearly headed it, isn't he? He's not going to catch the ball from that angle. He's just headed it sort of sideways, I would say. So, because he looks a bit airborne. So I think he's just headed it over in that direction. I don't think if I follow the line of his forehead, I would take it up too high. But I think he's just nutted it from the side. And he's still looking at it as it's going away. So I've got it there. So what's that coordinate? I can't see it now. 17, 12, 11, 40. So I'll put that as the first coordinate now for Saturday's video. So let me know how you got on. And leave a coordinate for Saturday, and we'll do another one on the weekend if I don't go away in my camper van anywhere. Let me see if the if crosshair is working. Get the target. No, the target won't come down, so I can't show the target on there. Okay, never mind. Well, that's where I am, just right on the edge of that post for there. Just slightly lower than that mark. Right, Revcomps, what's happening? Now, every week I say I'm trying to cut back, and I never do. But this week I have, because I've just got one on this Ferrari Tributo F8 because of the 200,000. So I wanted to be in it, even though it's 30,000 tickets. I thought, yeah, how could I not be in it for a £200,000 prize? And I've just got one on this motorhome that I don't know what I do with. So that's all I did now for next Thursday. No, what draw is this? Wait, Thursday's draw. That's right, yeah. So last night they added some more. And there's nothing really there that I fancied. Didn't fancy the Range Rover or the Mercedes AMG or the big Truck or the Land Rover Discovery or the Mini. The only one I fancied, even though I don't really need one now, I just like the look of it, was this Volkswagen Swamper Pop Top. I prefer the Swamper ones where they raise up the suspension, put big chunky knobbly tyres on and bull bars and things like that. I think they look a lot nicer and they're more drivable. They're probably more comfortable on the road. Because the trend seems to be with Volkswagen camper vans is they lower them. They lower them all. And the ride must be too hard. And I just don't think they look that cool. I like the... I mean, it's meant to be... A camper van's meant to be an outdoorsy vehicle, isn't it? So I think it should look outdoorsy. Not, not a pose down the shops one. These vehicle auto draws are taking off too. I noticed they're adding more and more on there. They got the Skoda Kodiaq. That ends tomorrow. £3.97. I like how cheap deals they're doing. They must be selling well. 64% sold. This have sold well. It ends tomorrow as well. This Fiat Abarth. I know you guys like those. This one hasn't sold very well. It's Alfa Romeo, isn't it? So, they'll probably break down delivering it to you. That's only £4 a ticket and 6,000 tickets. BMW Z4. I'm not a hairdresser, so no. I like the look of this one, the Citroen DS3. It's got like a matte finish paint on it, and it's a factory paint as well. I'm still toying with that one. That ends on Monday. Tickets are £3.57. I'm still toying with whether I might have a ticket or two on there, but I'm trying to stick to what I keep saying. I'm cutting back on spending unnecessary amounts of money on these cars. And now I've got my camper van. I've just an hour ago listed my car on the car I won on Revcomps on CarWow, because I don't use my car from Monday to Friday. I work from home, and if I'm going to use a camper on the weekend, I have no use for it. As much as I love the car and I want to keep it, I really do. Every time I look at it or drive it, I think, best car I've ever had, I want to keep it. But I just can't justify it sitting out there never getting used. So as far as I could tell, CarWow trade auctions start on a Monday till a Saturday. So I set a reserve price, and now next week when the auction starts for the week, dealers will send me their bids about how much they're offering. So I'll keep you informed as to how that's going on. But in the meantime, I hope some of you done okay. Let me know how you got on and leave a coordinate for Saturday, because we've been doing okay on those lately. In the meantime, good luck everyone.